Hey guys, I've lost 180 pounds and sometimes my scale creeps up, so I kind of have to do some type of reset. So right now we are going to do a carnivore-ish and a creamy reset. Hello, look at my outfit. This is what I bought last year and this for spring. Well, I got it from the Ketos. Not the hat though. Went through a hat phase. And I bought a whole bunch of different hats online, different colors, same style. But look what I do now. I found this. I found this to work. It's a headband, and it just kind of holds the sides back, so they're looks a little smoother. So anyway, how you doing? So today's day 2 of carnivore. So what do we have? So it's the same thing I had for supper last night. Hang on. I'm curious to see with adding the chicken skin. I'm super curious to see if this. Oh, I lost a bite. Hang on. Bite down. Bite down. I'm so sad. Anyway, I'm super curious to see with the by adding the chicken skin with the chicken and the pork. I'm super curious to find out if it's going to be enough, if it's going to be satisfying enough or whatever. So, what I've come to realize, first off, I'm going to take a bite of this pork chop. Next up, I'm going to take a bite of this chicken thigh. It was a chicken leg quarter. All right. Something I've come to realize. I ain't going to starve to death. What? Ed and Terri is probably like, what you say? But I thought about it, and I thought, okay, this is what I'm bringing for my lunch. Yes, I understand I'm doing carnivore-ish. And no, I don't have anything else here that I could eat. But you know what I do have? This non-carnivore snack. And these microwavable popcorns. So I have things here. So a lot of times I'll be like, oh boy, that sure don't look like much. But I've come to realize, so I could go get in my car and drive to McDonald's and order a couple burger patties if I get hungry at 3 o'clock. I don't take a lunch. I could open up this little bag of whatever and eat that if I'm hungry later. What? You know what I mean? So I have come to the realization, I don't know how long, I got a little piece stuck in my teeth. I don't know how long that realization will stay, but it's like, dude, you ain't gonna starve to death. So anyway, sometimes you kind of have to have these little conversations with yourself. You kind of have to be like, girl or guy. You kind of got to be like, is it really, are you going to die? No, you're not. Are you going to be hungry and grouchy? 100% yes. But anyway, I just thought I'd say that, point that out, that as I was making this last night, it just come to me. It's like, no, this isn't as much as I do usually have this thing full, By the way, I've got a problem. I know, y'all are thinking, which one? But hang on. At one point, a couple of these smelled like really bad, like onions. And so I pulled the dealie out to wash it. Well, after I did that, I can't get it to go back on right. I've tried all different ways. I tried one way, I've tried the other way, and I can't get it to go in the way it's supposed to go in. Like I said, I've tried it and tried it and tried it, but I can't figure it out. I wonder if I have it Wait a minute. Wouldn't that be funny? Oh my gosh. I had it not the wrong side up, but I had it rolled this way versus rolled this way. So that meant that this little piece right here that was going in the wrong way. That's pretty stinking hilarious. Girl, I have been fighting this thing for about 3 weeks now, and I've been mad at it. I just saw my own problem. Look at us being all proactive. Yay, us. We got this. It's probably just because we're doing carnivore. I'm just kidding. For the record, carnivore doesn't fix everything. You're still going to have your own issues. You're still going to have, your own issues. You still might have eczema. You still might have mosquito bites. You still might be buying dumb stuff. So carnivore doesn't fix everything. But I'm gonna throw this in there. You know who will be with you when you're having issues? Jesus. So no, carnivore ain't gonna fix it, but Jesus will be there holding your hand when you're going through it. In case you didn't know. Okay. So I'm gonna eat this. No patch today. Okay, sorry, no patch today. I did a little training this morning, and I did good. I was proud of myself. I was debating on going back in to get the patch because I walked out and I was in my car. I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I need the patch. What if I needed to focus on the talk? Girl, you ain't had a patch in, for 13 years, 14 years working here. Why do you need one to talk about the program now? I'm like, oh, yeah, good talk. So I don't have a patch on today. Anyway, I'm going to eat this, and I pulled something out out of the freezer last night into my refrigerator. I don't know what it is at this point. It's kind of a surprise. I like to go home and be like, okay, I guess that's what I'm having. So anyway, all right, I love you all, but this is chicken leg quarter and one really thick pork steak. So, all right, bye. Hey, I'm outside. I don't know if it's our mowers or the next door neighbor people's mowers. But anyway, there's somebody out here mowing. I bet you can hear it. You know what I should have done? I should have brought out my glove. Because I could. This stuff just sprawls out around here. Look at that. But it was rainy. Ooh, it's wet down there. Nah, I ain't in that life today. Let's go for a walk. I ain't about that labor life today. We ain't doing no manual labor. I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do because I'm off Monday. So I'm like, well, what the heck am I going to do Monday? Because, I know I could game all day, but I ain't gamed all day in a long time. And I could do part of the day, but I need to figure out what to do. But don't get me wrong, I don't even really want to leave my house. So I got to find something to do inside. Unless, I don't know. It's supposed to be rainy. That's what they've been saying, is that we're supposed to have bad weather for Memorial Day. Listen, we ain't going for a long walk. Just beware. I just want to stretch these old legs. They've been, bent up under my... Oh, look. This is one I can pull. I like this kind. I can pull those up. They're not all sprawly, like those other kind. But don't worry, I won't throw it out in the street like I did the other day. I learned my lesson. They said that's bad for the... Ooh, that's one. They say it's bad for the motorcycle peoples. Ooh, look at that. That's such a funny looking route. So how's your day going, guys? What y'all got planned today? It's, let's see, today. Oh, Friday, Saturday. Oh, today's your Sunday. So today's your day before Memorial Day. What you got planned tomorrow? Are you going to do something exciting? Are you going to go somewhere and hang out with some peoples? Are you going to stay home and chill? Are you going to do some manual labor outside? Some people, whenever they have a day off, they go do something, like build a house or I don't know, chase animals. I don't know what people do. Oh, they fish. Are you having bad weather where you are? Or for those of you who celebrate Memorial Day, I know some people don't get the day off. I used to work in the hospital, so I can definitely relate to that situation. I used to work 12-hour night shift at the hospital, and then I did home health where is like private duty where you just sit with the person for 8 hours. So what my family used to do was I did that. One brother-in-law was a pilot, and the other brother-in-law at the time, he what the heck? Oh, he was a nurse that worked in the OR. So we definitely had to just kind of, our holiday times was off the holiday time. Usually our Christmas was after Christmas. So that was how we did that. It's usually like the week after Christmas. And then the family would come in and they would stay. Look, when I do that, it makes me think of the movie The Chosen. Remember in that movie, what the heck was his name? Peter. He was walking along and he pulled some grains off something and he just started popping them in his mouth. That's what that makes me think of whenever I grab something like that. Anyway, what was I saying now? Oh yeah, so when I worked at sea like that, I wonder if they're edible. I'm not going to, but anyway, so yeah, oh look, there's them, that's them. Look at those purple viney. I don't want to get too close. There might be a Mr. Snake in there. Watch out, Terri. Anyway, yeah, I know. I done lost it, y'all. Talking about, oh yeah. So they would usually come to town like the 26th and the day after Thanksgiving. And then my sister, who is married to the pilot, her birthday's the 27th. Hang on, here's a car coming. Hang on. Anyway, her birthday is the 27th of December, so we'd always celebrate her birthday and Christmas in 2 different days. And then they were used to, when their kids were young, they would stay here until like the day after New Year's, and then they'd fly home or drive home, whichever sister, went to her. Well, they all went to home. And then in the summer, they used to come the weekend of 4th of July, because where my sister lives in Pittsburgh, they're not allowed to have like bottle rockets and things that shoot up in the sky. So they came here and they got to enjoy the fireworks at my mom and dad's house. I remember I bought some, I think it was toy soldiers or like dinosaurs, and we had like a board, and I'd let them line them up, and then I'd let them place where they wanted the firecracker to be, and then I had a punk, and I would light the firecracker, and they got to see the destruction of the location of their firecrackers. But anyway, so that was the 2 boys. One sister's had 2 boys, and the other sister had 2 girls. So anyway, yeah, that's what I know. And all right, well, I'm almost back at the office. Like I said, we didn't go for no long walk. I'm not about that life today. So, okay, love y'all. Bye. See these shoes? These are the shoes that I've been using for my house shoes. But somebody got into them. And I know it's the same somebody that, yeah, Sam, what did you do to my shoe? What did you do to my shoe? Why, buddy? Why? Why? I'm just going to cry. I'm going to cry. Why? Why? Look at that boy. It's a good thing I love a black puppy dog with a racing stripe on his chest. Why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me, you stinker? Callie, I know you helped. I know you did. It's because, you know what they always say? Don't get mad at your dog and blame them. Guess who doesn't close the closet door? So whose fault is it for not closing the dog door or the closet? Mine. My fault. Ooh, how you like that hat hair? Anyway, it's a good thing I love this boy. It's a good thing we love him because my shoes. He chewed the back. Hang on. He chewed the back tongue off, and there's all kinds of chunks from the bottom of these shoes that I found on the floor. I just want to cry. These are Skechers, like Skechers. But it is what it is. I love the boy, and tomorrow's Terri needs to remember to start closing the door. It's my own fault. Callie said, that's what happens when you have these dumb old boys. Boys don't know nothing. Ain't that right, girl? Ain't that right, Callie? These boys, and look at that face. How can I be mad at this? How can I be mad? I just can't. How could I be mad at this sweet boy? I just love him, but I don't love his chewing, Callie. We don't love that chewing, do we, girl? Then there's this one. He's having himself a little panic attack because I fed them, and I'm in here jacking around instead of giving him his TREAT. Listen, this is not a house that a person needs to go around barefoot in. Can I just tell you people that? When you have 4 dogs, you do not need to go barefooted in the house. Why? Well, because there's fur, there's water droplets, so you walk along here and you go whoop, and then fall on your booty. So I'm gonna have to. Anyway, I'll order me some more. I got them at Nearly Perfect, but anyway, let me give these wild things their treats, their dessert, and get on to my supper. But Carn Flabbit, you boy, it's a good thing I love you so much, but you've ruined 3 good pairs of shoes. Hey, it is still day 2. So remember how I said this is my version of carnivore-ish. We got to say carnivore-ish because I don't want somebody who's, legalist to freak out. So I'm carnivore-ish right now. So one of the ish. Oh, shoot, hang on. I done forgot my creamy. That's part of it. Hold up. Okay, so listen. I'm just going to tell you. Frozen leg quarters, like just straight out of the freezer, they're okay. But you're going to have to wait a while. I think it took about 50 minutes. 45, 50 minutes by the time it got all the way done. It's done, and anyway, it's a Friday night, so it didn't kill me. But I just want to point that out, that putting frozen chicken, bone-in chicken, takes a little longer. So I probably won't buy them as much. I don't really know. It's easy to buy the bone-in thighs because you make a cut, and then you cut out that bone, and that's that. But with chicken legs, you can't really do that. You have to, anyway, so yeah. So this will probably be the last leg quarters. Oh, but the previous rant, this is, like I said, this is one of the ish. This is a Zevia root beer. So good. I've got electrolytes, my electrolytes that I make down the bottom. I make my own unflavored electrolytes because your girl's too cheap. I used to buy them faithfully. 2 containers a month. I used to buy the Redmond. Redmond Relight's the one I used to buy, but yeah. I just make my own. I got a video about it in the description of this video if you care. If you don't care, that's okay. You go buy it. I take magnesium separate, so that's why I make my own. All right. Now, also, I might lose some of y'all at this, and I understand. I did a pork steak, and I did the chicken leg quarter. Hang on, let me get it here so you can see it. That's what we're working with. But you see that black right there in the center? That's where I might lose somebody. Hang on. This is where I'm going to lose those of you who clean your air fryer out every time. So at the bottom, I had, and I think I'm going to pull it out. I had this little, thing at the bottom. And so it catches the rendered fat and little pieces that fall through. But there are these little black chunks of something. Part of steak, part of skin, chunks of seasoning. I like it. So my air fryer heats up to 350 every night. And some of that stuff falls. So, and listen, I know Terri a couple days ago told me to stop dumping the rendered fat in here. But listen, we're off the next 3 days. It'll be all right. You can sit on the toilet. Don't be whining. So pork steak. Sorry, that's a bad habit and I need to quit that. Pork steak and a leg quarter. I cut it in half. And I even got a paper plate back here from my bone. All right. Y'all know I'm going to do it. Come on now. I don't want my hands all goopy. Because then I'll go to touch the fork and it'll be goopy. So just let it go. You do you and I'll do me. All right. So let's do this. It's going to be crispy. Listen. Is that crunchy? And sorry, I told you I was going to try to quit that. And what I did with this, after it had cooked for a little while, I took a knife and kind of poked a bunch of holes in it. It might not be the wisest thing. So that's what I poured on there. That's not rendered fat down in the bottom of my air fryer. That's just the juice from my chicken. Shut up and go with it. It's all right. So anyway, so yeah, pork steak, chicken leg quarter, root beer Zevia for my electrolytes. And my fave, my creamy. If you're new to my channel, I have a playlist called Creamy. My channel is broken down by playlists, so if you want to see how I lost my weight while I was keto, if you want to see how I lost my weight when I was carnivore, how I do my meal prep, how I do my creamies, everything is a playlist. So go to the home part of this channel and go to the playlist section. I got 11 of them. If you want it, you'll see it. So anyway, so tonight's flavor it's the keto chow. Again, this is the ish part. It is the keto chow cookies and cream mixed with the Equip Prime peanut butter. And so that's my lupper. You saw my brunch, and this is my lupper. And I didn't have any food noise, so my brunch was fine. I wasn't hungry. Obviously, I was able to wait around and cook this when I got home. So I'm excited, guys. We're doing good. So far, so good. I didn't have a movement this morning, but I probably had enough yesterday for, a couple days. So, and then this right here, the rendered juices, that might get me going. We'll find out tomorrow. Love y'all. Bye.